I thank the member. The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Canberra.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I want to thank the member for Groom for bringing this motion to the chamber today and giving us the opportunity to talk about the action that the Albanese Labor government is taking to ensure that Australian children are protected online. The Minister for Communications has instigated a review to the Online Safety Act to ensure that the Act stays up to date with the rapidly changing nature of the online environment. E-safety is a government priority, with $132.1 million provided over 4 years. The $42.5 million in base funding will allow the E-Safety Commissioner to keep pace with complaints, improve awareness in the community of their role and fully implement industry codes and basic online safety expectations. The Albanese Labor government has been strongly in support of E-Safety's role. Under the former Liberal government, E-Safety's funding would have declined, falling to $10.3 million by 2027-28. Labor will instead continue to put cyber safety first and ensure e-safety is able to continue their crucial work. Labor made an election commitment to roll out the Alana and Madeline Foundation's eSmart Digital Licence Plus and Media Literacy Lab to all Australian schools. This will allow children to develop key skills that will allow them to navigate the cyber world throughout the rest of their lives. In 2024, the eSmart Digital Licence Plus will become available in schools to equip teachers to help students aged between 10 and 14 to develop critical cyber safety skills. This will be closely followed by the eSmart Junior Digital Licence Plus, aimed to help students between 5 and 9 in the second half of the year. Industry codes are a key way forward in addressing serious harmful content online. The first round of industry codes is specifically to address the most harmful online content, namely child abuse material and pro-terror content. The second round of industry codes will be on lower risk types of harmful content, including refused classification material and online pornography. The code development process started in late 2022 and currently 6 out of 8 online industry sections have registered codes. All codes will commence 6 months following their registration in December this year and March next year. The E-Safety Commissioner issued the first ever non-periodic reporting notices requiring reports on steps being taken to tackle online child sexual exploitation in August 2022. Summaries of responses received were published and the Commissioner acknowledged that services are currently not doing enough to tackle online child abuse. The second round of notices required 5 or more social media providers to report on how they are tackling child sexual exploitation, sextortion and the use of algorithmic recommendation systems. The E-Safety Commissioner has been taking stronger steps to address non-compliance, including providing a warning to Google and issuing a fine to Twitter for failure to comply with E-Safety's reporting notice. In June this year, E-Safety issued a non-periodic reporting notice to Twitter requiring further information on the steps that Twitter owner, X Corp, is taking to implement and enforce its policies against online hate and abuse. The E-Safety Commissioner is combating non-compliance by international social media companies and driving change within the sector. The Albanese government is deeply committed to funding and ensuring that the work of the E-Safety Commissioner can continue for years to come. Our Labor government is committed to ensuring that Australians are safe online. In January, the Ministers for Communications and Social Services convened the National Roundtable on Online Dating Safety. The discussion included leading voices from federal, state and territory governments, law enforcement, academia, the family, sexual and domestic violence sector, diversity and inclusion organisations, as well as senior executives of the most popular dating apps on the market. In September this year, the Minister for Communications wrote to the 7 most popular online dating companies in Australia, requesting that they develop a voluntary code of conduct to keep their users safe. 3 major companies, Match Group, Bumble and RSVP, have already committed to collaborate on the code. Industry has 9 months to develop the code and its effectiveness will be assessed after 9 months of operation. Deputy Speaker, I think it's very clear that our government takes this very seriously. And could I say, particularly as a parent with children who don't yet but probably soon will be accessing the online world. This is really important and really comforting to know how seriously our government takes this in spite of scaremongering from those opposite.
I thank the member.